Hey everybody, Wendy Devereaux here. Welcome to my channel. I'm using a lion's head stencil today. I'll leave a complete list of all the items that I use in my description box below, and I will point them out as I'm using them. So yeah, you guys, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is paint my canvas, and for my canvas I'm using antique gold folkArt. And I'm using a 16 by 20 inch canvas. Okay, I'll let that dry, put on a couple more coats, and then bring you back. Okay, so the paint is all dry on my canvas, and I'm loving this antique gold color. And I have a new stencil. I got this from Amazon. It's a lion's head. It's 16 inches high by 12 inches wide. And what I want to do is bling up this side of its mane and then leave this side in just gold along with his face. So what I'm going to do is center it on my canvas. I'm just eyeballing it. I use a little bit of painter's tape and just stick them down. And then I'm just going to tape off all of this on this side. And you'll see why here in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to do his mane in 2 stages. And I'm going to do this side of his mane first. And I'm using a different gold. This is gold Iridescent Pebeo Studio. And this is Gloss Super Heavy Gel Artist Loft. Add a little paint to my gel. I'll remove my stencil right away, and I'm going to go clean my stencil right away. Okay, my gel is all dry, and I am loving this stencil so far. Isn't that beautiful? And now I'm going to do the other side of his mane where all the flowers are. So I'm going to put my stencil back down, tape it in place. And then I'm going to tape off this side of his face now. so that I don't get any gel on here. Now this flower part here is a little close to my canvas, so I'm just going to add some tape here just to make sure that my palette knife doesn't slip and go onto my canvas. Okay, and I'll mix up some of my gel again with my paint. I'm using my Iridescent Gold again. I'm just pressing this stencil down. It's not sitting very flat on my canvas. Now I'm spreading this on like butter as opposed to lifting my palette knife up like this, because it'll pull up my stencil and then there may be some bleed through if I do that. So I'm just spreading it. Okay, and then remove my stencil right away again. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my glitter while my gel is still wet, and I've got Gold Extra Fine Recollections. This is Champagne Extra Fine Recollections. And this is Riches. It's a specialty glitter. I've used this before. And I've got 4 flowers to work with, and then the rest are leaves. I'm going to start with my champagne. And I just have a little piece of cardboard here. I'm just going to kind of create a barrier between where I want to add this glitter and where I want a different glitter. It's okay if a little bit gets on the part that I don't want this glitter. See if I can do this without that little piece of cardboard. Just have to be patient. This will be a little bit more difficult because there's no shaker on this. I think I'll take a little spoon, try it that way. Put a little bit on my spoon. I think I'll take my extra fine gold and then do the center in it. The most difficult part about this is deciding which color to use. I think I'm going to put the champagne on this one as well. And then I'm going to use my extra fine gold for the rest. Okay, I'm going to let the gel dry and then I'll bring you back and we'll frame this. Okay, so the gel is all dry and now I'm going to brush off the excess glitter. Okay, so all the excess glitter is cleaned off and this is looking so beautiful. And now it's time to frame out my canvas. And I'm going to be using my gold mini mirror tiles. I get mine from my local Dollarama, but you can get them off of Amazon. There's lots of suppliers on there. And what I thought I would do is a row of 3 on the outside with a row of 2, and then I'm going to sandwich in my Riches glitter in between the rows of tiles. These are really easy to work with. You just bend them and score them. And I like to place my mini mirror tiles on my canvas before I adhere them. That way I can move them around a little bit if I need to make them fit without any gaps. Okay, now I have them all lined up without any gaps, and you just have to fiddle around with them a little bit, like move them, shift them back and forth and up and down, and they will eventually line up for you. And then I say this all the time, it's like a puzzle. I have to put them back on the exact same way that I take them off. And I'm not going to press them down yet in case I have to shift them around a little bit with the craft stick. Now I can take a craft stick and just kind of push them a little bit, make sure they're nice and straight. Take a soft cloth and press them down. And then for the inside, I'm going to do a row of 2. I'll do the same thing. I'll cut them out, place them on the canvas. And all I need to do is get the first one started, and then all the others will line up. The tiles will always line up without any gaps as long as you're flexible where you place them. And what I mean by that is if any time that I frame out a canvas with my tiles and I end up going right to the edge, they always have gaps because I have to align them with the size of the canvas. Whereas here, I can shift them around. And if you use mini mirror tiles, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That is looking so beautiful. Okay, so initially I was just going to use the Riches glitter in between my mini mirror tiles, but I've decided that I'm going to really bling up my frame, and I'm going to use my gold crushed filler glass, Ashland brand from Michaels. It comes in these little jugs here with my Riches glitter and some of the gold extra fine Recollections glitter. I just want to see what it'll look like. And then this way you guys get to see too. So I have my Tri-Art liquid glass. Just have it in a little squeeze bottle here, and you could use a clear Elmer's glue for this. So I'm just going to add some liquid glass between my mini mirror tiles. I have a small craft brush, and I'm just going to push my liquid glass up to my tiles. Okay, now I'm going to start with my crushed glass, and I'm just going to pull out some of the bigger pieces. Okay, now I'm going to take my Riches. And then finish off with my extra fine gold. Once this is dry and I brush it off, I may decide that I want to add a little bit of extra fine gold glitter in some of his hair here in the mane, but I'll know after I brush it off. Okay, this is all dry and let's brush it off. Okay, so now that this is all brushed off, I've decided that I do want to add some extra fine gold glitter on this side, on his mane. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my liquid glass, put a little bit on a plate here. I have a small craft brush. And I'm just going to brush it on parts of the mane that I want some of the glitter. Okay, everybody, here's the finished look. I so love this lion's head stencil. Bringing in nice and close here. And I'm really glad that I added the extra gold glitter on the other side of his mane. Added some to his little whiskers. See the crushed glass along the frame. So yeah, you guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. It feeds the algorithm and it lets me know that you like this type of a video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and you will be notified when I upload all my future videos. And as always, you guys, I so appreciate you taking the time to watch, and God bless.